Hey, how's it going? And thanks for passing by. Today we're going to be looking at the 10 SMP type plugins. I do have some wild ones here that you actually may like and some really functional ones as well. Overall, before we do continue, I do want to point out this video is sponsored by Revivenode, but here's a quick catch. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. If you guys want to check out Revivenode, description down below, make sure to check out, use the promo code Diamond all caps to get 15% off your very first purchase. I use them, I support them, and I recommend you guys check them out in the description down below. So there you go. That's the promotion done. Now, let's actually get into the video because I know this is what you guys actually came for. Robbing adds completely new mechanics into your game. Your players will not feel safe if you add this plugin, but if you're going for that hardcore trust nobody type of server or just an SMP with no rules, this plugin might actually fit in quite perfectly. To begin with, you're able to sneak behind players and shift right click them, and this will allow you to get into their inventory and take out items straight up from their inventory, which is pretty cool. However, you can configure this so you can only take out one item at a time or anything like that. This way it doesn't go overboard, but if the player who's getting stolen from managed to catch them and shift left clicks them, they will get slowness and you can handle that player however you want to. There are other things as well, such as handcuffs. You can craft a handcuff and actually handcuff a player, and you can also even pull them towards the location you want. Again, this gives you the feeling of trust nobody on the server. And for the final thing, since you can't trust nobody, you would need at least a safe. With the safe, you can make sure that you can put all your valuables in it, and if someone tries to steal it, you're gonna have to go for a whole picking situation. But hey, give this one a shot if you think your players are up for it. Grappling Hook is not just a fun plugin, but makes you getting around your world easier, makes handling mobs a lot easier, and those annoying pesky neighbors that you could have within your world. Use it to slow fall from a high distance, use it to get up to a high distance, and of course, use it for the fun of it by just tossing a ton of mobs wherever you want to. All these are optional, of course, where you can change in a config. In order to craft them, it's pretty easy as well. All you need is a current fishing rod, and then all you need to surround it is with wood, iron, stone, and just your normal variants of how you would with tools. This plugin is honestly fun to have. It'll definitely make transportation within your world a lot different than what it probably currently is, but overall it's super suggested. Just make sure to change a few things and tweak it to the way you want it and how you want your players to experience it. Block break reward. If you want to add a little bit of competition within your server community, this is a perfect way of doing it without over exaggerating and of course not breaking Minecraft's terms of service. With block break rewards, it's simple, as players need to break blocks and they can claim rewards from breaking X amount of blocks. It'll also show their stats, such as how many ores they have broken in total and how many blocks they've broken overall. There's a nice little leaderboard. You can change everything in the configuration files and set up your own prizes that you actually want them to be receiving. I really do like the concept, and it gives a little bit more for those players who always just love competition and just want to be on the top. But hey, it'll just keep your players coming back and mining blocks, I guess, in this case. Give it a try. OfflinePlayers. This plugin can help you with those pesky players that will just fight you and then log off. Even when you have plugins that can prevent that and will kill them, it is still not fully what you want. In this case, if you log off well in combat, or if you even log off in general, of course this can be modified within the plugin configuration, you will simply just be left with a zombie and your items in that zombie, of course. This is a really cool system, making it more difficult, so even if you're offline, you're truly not safe. And again, if you're doing this on an SMP and if you really want players to go rogue, this is honestly a perfect plugin. One moment they're peaceful in their protected base, next moment they're dead at spawn because someone found them. RPGChat. I want to get this one quick and over with because it's simply a simple chat type bubble plugin. It does that a lot in the RPG section, such as you can have it globally or you could have it in a certain amount of radius so only players that are nearby can actually see it. I really still like this type of plugin. I wish it was more used within other type of servers. I can understand why some people don't. Maybe if one day when I actually get my own server set up again, I'll definitely be using this plugin. But until then, I can recommend you to try it out and see what you think about it. It definitely gives more of a sense of interaction within the players, but it's up to you. Give it a shot. PickMeUp. This is perfect for those pesky mobs that just don't want to go where you want them to. If you're making a farm and you have to lead tons of mobs into a certain area, it could be very frustrating. This plugin can help you by minimizing all that frustration by just allowing you to simply pick them up. You can also throw them even with an action bar showing how strong the throw will be, or you can just gently place them back down. It's a really simple plugin, there's not much to say about it, but it could just remove a lot of frustration you may have within the actual game. Blood Knight. Now, before I actually start explaining this plugin on itself, I just want to specify one of the custom mobs that it has, and just hearing the actual name will indeed scare you. And just by the 2 words that are in this mob's name, Ender Creeper. And just with that alone, I'm terrified of even playing with this. But if your players are looking for something that is just way harder than what Minecraft can actually give you, toss this at them and see if they ever say those words again. Again, this is just one of the 23 custom mobs that this plugin adds. It modifies damage and health of every special mob, and you can also decide on which night the blood moon starts. Even the duration of the nights, it can be shortened. It even has a preload configuration, so there's a lot of customizability within this actual plugin. It definitely makes your players fear the night once again. So again, for those hardcore players, just make sure to hear the word Ender Creeper and see what they think about that. MoDispenserMechanics, except for the questionable icon it uses on Spigot, it's a pretty unique plugin. It adds features but we wish it was already included in vanilla, where you can use dispensers to not only place, break, and attack, but you can also use them to feed animals. You can use the enchantments found on your equipment, for example with both fire aspect, looting, or even soak touch. So you could have a fully automatic tree farm with no human interaction needed, or you could have a full-on cow breeder, again with no human interaction, as these are farms where you typically do need some type of player interaction. But now with this plugin alone, you can make it all happen. A lot of these options are optional, and of course, just the cherry on the top, if the item durability is low, it will just dispense out the item to make sure it doesn't break. So you could have a filter system as well, and overall it just sounds perfect. So be sure to try it out. Realistic Seasons will surely change the way your players see your SMP. Adding different seasons into the actual game can completely have them coming back and experiencing, well, a new system that Minecraft just won't add. At least as of the time being. One moment they can be building in spring and maybe they will only finish up in winter. This also adds functionality such as temperature, adding mobs depending on which season it is, and even if you're in water, for example, if you get close to fire, you actually start heating up, as compared if you are in the middle of nowhere with no fire around you in wintertime, you will completely freeze to death. Again, the seasons itself is spectacular on their own, and I have a full dedicated video if you want to see on exactly why you should try this plugin out for yourself. Everyone that's tried it so far has completely loved it, so give it a shot. Terra. With this plugin alone, you can find a whole dedicated video on my channel, and there you can see exactly why I prefer this plugin out of all of them, honestly, because with Terra, you can get beautiful landscapes with both the beauty and the vanilla experience of Minecraft. From custom new biomes even, and new color variations within them, I truly recommend this plugin. It is one of my favorites, and I still use it to this day. Out of all world generators, this one is free, amazing, and adds new functionality that others cannot, even with a paid price tag. So if you want to give your players a completely different experience when it comes to survival, make sure to check out Terra in the description down below. And there you have it. That was the entire video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have, hey, make sure to come back again. I have more videos coming along your way. Other than that, I'm Diamond. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.